How the inability of the army to close a 120 crore rupee contract for 50,000 life-saving bulletproof jackets means that army officers and jawans continue operating with less than half the 3.5 lakh bulletproof jackets that the army urgently requires. An Indian Army jawan wearing a bulletproof jacket, quite frequently the difference between life and death in the fight against terrorists. But did you know that the Indian Army has less than half the bulletproof jackets that it requires, and a contract to acquire 50,000 jackets on an emergency fast-track basis has been in the works for 5 months, and still no contract has been signed. In November last year, 2 Indian companies, MKU from Kanpur and Tata Advanced Materials, were picked to supply 25,000 jackets each, the total contract 120 crore rupees, with each jacket costing 24,000 rupees. Today, neither company has been given an official explanation of why the contract hasn't been signed. This is the bulletproof jacket that we have for our reporters here at NDTV. It's extremely heavy. We use it when we cover conflict situations. It's about 14 kilos in weight. And this is what makes it heavy. This is what the bulletproof jacket is all about. This ceramic plate. What does it say? Threat level class 4. This is the same threat level and the same international specification that the Indian Army seeks, with a few new variations. Journalists have this in newsrooms. The Indian Army wants it for its soldiers. In all these years, it's got none. In December, Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar, in an effort to speed up the process, told Parliament a one-time relaxation in existing financial powers of the Vice Chief of Army Staff has been given to procure 50,000 bulletproof jackets through the revenue route. 3 months later, the file on bulletproof jackets continues to move from office to office, apparently because the army wants to ensure the contract is watertight. Sources in the army have told NDTV the contract will be signed soon, but refuse to give a timeline.
Vishnu, I am shocked. I am shocked because you are asking this question once again, which a journalist like you asked me in 2000 I was still in service. It is pathetic to answer this question today, 14 years after my retirement, that the Indian infantry, the Indian soldier, is still without a basic bulletproof vest.
But that's not where the story ends. Last year, the army did trials for 1.86 lakh bulletproof jackets so that its overall requirement of 3.5 lakh jackets could be met. But all the companies who participated in the trials failed. So now, new specifications have to be drawn up, fresh trials have to be conducted, contracts need to be negotiated, and a deal needs to be struck, a process that, given the present pace, could take more than a year. So here's a reality check. In 2009, the government accepted an army requirement for 1.86 lakh bulletproof jackets. In 2016, none of these jackets exist. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.